repented from. But I think it's very important for us to understand that Christ, he sees and he knows. There's going to be two kinds of professors talked about in Thyatira. There's going to be those who are claiming to be Christians, but they're not. They're following false doctrines and they're worshiping false gods. They're giving offerings to them and they're practicing all sorts of sexual immorality. And they're doing it thinking that it's totally okay. They can call themselves Christians and go on doing all those other sinful things, and it doesn't matter because, hey, grace. But then Jesus will turn and say, if you don't repent, I'm going to cast you into great tribulation. You're going to be judged for this if you don't repent. But then he's going to turn to the true believers in this church. And he's going to say, you're doing good. Hold on to what you have until I come. Be faithful. So there's two people within this same church, two kinds of people that Jesus looks down and sees. His eyes see exactly who you are. Please understand that. You can pull the wool over my eyes and I can pull the wool over your eyes. I can look like a Christian when I come to church. I can profess to be a Christian before all of you. But am I really? Christ knows. We can fool each other, but we can't fool him. It's very important that you understand this. His eyes, they see into the very depths of your being. And he knows if your profession, if my profession of faith in him and love and adoration of him is genuine, or if it's just so I can be part of the gang, or if it's just because you know what, going to church is a good thing for me to do. It's a good kind of healthy practice. I can build community and, I'm extending my network. Maybe I can even score a few sales. Hey, people do this. I'm telling you, people go to church for these reasons. But Christ knows. Christ knows why we gather. Are you here for him or are you here for some other reason? Maybe some of us gather because you think by coming to church, that means you're earning your way before him. Maybe some of you rely upon something that happened to you when you were a couple weeks old called water baptism, which you can't even call it baptism, it's sprinkling. Maybe you're relying upon that for your salvation. Can't do it. Maybe you're relying upon your confirmation, or if you're a Catholic, your first Holy Communion. Maybe you're relying upon all these religious traditions and rituals that have been brought into the church by man and not by God. God sees through all of that. He says, my eyes are as a flame of fire. It's interesting, in Acts chapter 1, verse 24, it says about the Lord that he knows the heart of man. That word is kardiognoste in the Greek. He knows the very depths of your heart. And there's actually a second time in the book of Acts, Acts chapter 15, verse 8, that same exact word in the Greek happens. He is the knower of our hearts. He knows the depth of our being, where we are with him right now. It's very important that if we need to get right with him, we do so, and we do so readily, promptly, forthrightly, because time isn't always going to be given to us.